Hello and welcome to In Simple Terms with Satish. Today, let's understand how sunlight becomes electricity. I used to think solar panels worked because they got hot in the sun. The logic seemed obvious. The panel sits in the sun, so maybe it is collecting heat and turning it into power. But that is almost the opposite of the real story. Solar panels mainly use light, not heat, and too much heat can actually make them less efficient. The quiet black panel on a roof is not a passive sheet. It is a silent semiconductor machine. No moving parts, no smoke, no spinning turbine. But inside, sunlight is constantly freeing tiny charges and the panel is trying to turn that movement into useful electricity. Sunlight arrives in tiny packets of energy called photons. Inside a solar cell, usually made from silicon, those photons hit a semiconductor. A semiconductor is useful because it is not a perfect conductor like metal and not a perfect insulator like glass. Its electrical behavior can be engineered. When the right photon hits the silicon, it can give energy to an electron. That electron can break loose from where it was sitting. Now the cell has two useful things: a loose electron and an empty place where that electron used to be. Engineers call that empty place a hole. But freeing an electron is only half the job. If electrons simply wander around and fall back into holes, the useful energy is mostly lost. The solar cell needs direction. That direction comes from the structure of the cell. Different layers of semiconductor material create an internal electric field. That field acts like a built-in traffic rule for charges. When light creates electrons and holes, the cell pushes them apart. Electrons are guided one way, holes are guided the other way. Metal contacts on the cell collect the moving charges. Once an outside circuit is connected, electrons can flow through that circuit. That flow is electric current. That is the photovoltaic effect. Light energy becomes electrical energy inside a semiconductor device. Now, one tiny solar cell does not make much power. The Department of Energy says an individual photovoltaic cell typically produces about 1 or 2 watts. So cells are connected together into modules, which we usually call panels. Panels are connected into arrays. That is the scaling move. Cell to module, module to array, array to useful power system. But here is the second big surprise. The panel does not store sunlight and it does not directly produce the exact kind of electricity your home expects. The electricity coming from the panels is direct current or DC, but most homes and the electric grid use alternating current or AC. That is why a solar system needs an inverter. The inverter is the translator and the controller. It converts changing DC from the panels into AC that matches the grid. It also watches the system, protects the grid during outages, and searches for the best operating point. That matters because a solar panel does not have one fixed output. Its voltage and current change with sunlight, temperature, shade, dust, panel angle, clouds, and electrical load. The inverter tries to find the point where voltage times current gives the most power right now. This is called maximum power point tracking. So a solar system is not just a panel. It is a live optimization system. Photons arrive. The semiconductor separates charge. Contacts collect current. Cells scale into panels. The inverter converts and controls the power. The home or grid receives usable electricity. The catch is that sunlight is messy. Clouds reduce the number of photons. Shade on part of a panel can reduce output more than people expect because cells are wired together into electrical paths. Heat can also reduce efficiency. Even though the panel is in the sun, a hot panel is not always a better panel. The useful mental model is this. A solar panel is a semiconductor that frees and separates charge. A solar system is power electronics that makes those charges useful. Light does the first push. Silicon turns that push into charge movement. The inverter turns that changing electrical output into power your house and the grid can actually use. That is how sunlight becomes electricity. If this helped you understand the topic in simple terms, follow or subscribe to In Simple Terms with Satish and share this episode with one friend who likes technology. I will see you in the next episode.